Hello, hello. Long time no see, and also a long time no see in Final Fantasy XIV. One sarcastic, one not. Welcome in, Rose, by the way. We are joined here today not by Kyrie, but by Titus, who is insisting on standing on my little side table that I have my mic on. So, hopefully, he won't wiggle around too much and cause some rattling. But, how's it going for everyone? Ended up grabbing, some Panera today because I was not feeling so good in, the thrift department. Oh, Titus, Rose says hello. How does that make you feel? You're just gonna wiggle around? Sounds about right. Let me get this a little bit closer to me. But yeah, I got a little bit of Panera just so I could get fast chicken noodle soup because I didn't want to make some myself. I am good, thank you. I went to an information session on position I'm looking to get into. Oh, cool! Hopefully it went well, and you feel quite informed. Sorry, I'm admiring my cat. So cute. Okay. Let us talk to Alphano. I did, I still have to get approval by my leaders to audition for it, but it was fun. Oh, cool!
The disappearance of Omega and the Primal. Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphano, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Welcome in, Kyrie.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamegan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, leases, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you'd have to ask. Hell yeah, we're available.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well. I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Is this where Thancred and Arangier's relationship begins to blossom? Dude. When they split up from the Scions for this point. Okay, Carrie says, hello, I'll be working and lurking. I hope you are doing well today. Yeah, I appreciate you lurking. I hope work is going well. Alright. You got for
Ready,
us
my friend?
another voiced cutscene.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Gyr Abania?
Yes, we
Aye.
are.
The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan Resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's Toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Yeah. Crying emoji. It's not a goodbye, it's a see you next time. And sometimes next time is a little sooner than we expect. 1,000 miles apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success. Shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright. Then, if you insist. Lise gets her new outfit moment. Look at her go, she's ready. Gotta make her pose in it and stuff bunch. I actually really quite like this outfit. Very good adventuring gear. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose. An outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may just have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our, preeminent seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it, and with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. I love how you know when Tataru pulls someone to the side, you always know they're gonna get sick drip. Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't read that. It's fine, I'm sure it was just like, alright, let's get going. Okay. Spire in the shroud, okay. I do have Gridania as my free point. I feel like I should... kind of want to change up my hair a little bit. Before we continue on our adventure. Mom says it's my turn to get sick drip. Fashion makeover time, yeah. Though I don't have a lot lot of the fun extra hair styles, though. Maybe we'll do the Rainmaker? See about hair color. I want to keep it that deep red, but I want the highlights to change. Perhaps. That adds a lot of white in. The stylist is fabulous. Yeah, we meet him just because he ends up, like, losing, like, all of his shit. So, like, his, like, hair pomade, his scissors, his hair growth serum, etc., etc. You have to go and, like, collect them again for him. And when he's like, oh, perfect, then now I'm your personal stylist. Okay, I think I will go with this. There is one hairstyle that I feel like might actually be more fitting for me, but we aren't able to get that until I think at least level 90, which is so unfortunate. Eyebrows. I did already get the softer eyebrows, so that's fine. Oh, I see why I didn't do a yellow. Kind of is hard to see in most lighting. I think I will twinge it a little bit more yellow, though.
Uh-huh.
Let's change our drip a little bit. Actually, I might not have a lot available to change, but... Oh, I forgot I had this outfit. It's a good outfit. Not quite for not werewolf. Not quite for warrior, though. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel like the vibe. Maybe we won't change up the outfit yet. I know that there is, like, some of my favorite pieces coming up, so... we'll hold off. Did I... Am I wearing my vest? Yes. I should just repair. You. Alright. I believe it's over by Hawthorne Hut. So, let's go. If I'm wrong, I guess I'm Boo Boo the Fool. I'm right. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed to procure Abania. Ah, the science of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Frog is sharing his wisdom with you. Yes. Yes, he is. But he is so very, very far. I think it's time that we get an updated map, because I still think that the map we just saw is the current one.
The border, standing in Abania once more. Me and my fellow scions. The warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
She said the thing, yeah. Gotta touch this. Lest I forget. Rub on. I did not mean to talk to Elise. The General's in high spirits, don't you think? I know the feeling. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Orisian Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Oriens. Thank you, General. We are relieved to see that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None, save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We've had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall wasn't enough, Ilberd summoned a primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. 'Twas a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilberd's to make, and now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without support and cooperation from the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave you to it. Godspeed. Of all the Castra in the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Alamegan weapon in Draconic Primal, Omega and Shinryu. I think the Shinobi called it? Anyways, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping that it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell from the earth in occupied territory, meaning they may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engage the stasis systems. Assuming that the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be all of no use to them. Assuming we should hurry up and find it, regardless. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press into Abania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. I should place my Aether Compass. It's in collections now. It is, okay. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters is located in a place called Ralgar's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Volondia River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. Still with me? Good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water is not too deep, so we won't have to swim. There's the ether current. I will have to swim. However, getting out of here might be a problem. Maybe here. Let's not hit the bear. Yeah, there's another bear. Okay, our nearest one's a pretty far distance away, so... let us just follow the quest. Oh, okay. Shola says we should not linger out here in the open. Kyle says your Shola's right. We need to cross before the Imperials spot us. Haha, see, brother, nothing to worry about. Though no one would blame you for donning your buoyancy aids, just in case. At a glance, it certainly seems shallow enough. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south? It's part of, Castellum Valdonia. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that Ron banner from absolutely mom's away. Ugh, they never miss a chance to rub in our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Not perfect. Right on the path. I need Alphinaud with floaties now, yeah. He's not a very good swimmer. Okay. It's like, is it gone? We're here. On the other side of the pass is Ralgar's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this? Indeed, a glamour. What? At break. Oh, I shall wait. All I see is rocks. Oh, excuse you, that's a pride rock. Felt. Hello, bun. How's it going? I'll take this as my time to stretch and hydrate. If you all can, please do. I don't know if Bun can hear me right now because of the ad. If you can, blink twice. It's a loud silence and no blinking, so I'm guessing no. Oh, you can. Okay, largely one eye at a time. Okay. I am doing well. I was feeling a little icky earlier, but I feel a lot better now. Didn't want to respond to you while you couldn't hear me, so I just want to make sure. Sorry. Yeah. And now we're here. We're here, we're picking up 14 again. My little comfort world. I say comfort, but there's horrors to come. Got a 30-second turbo commercial. It sped me through it. Oh, that's nice. Nice. That break is finishing perfect. Not the horse. Yeah. Okay. I believe we should all be back. I will continue this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Yustola. Well, she can't. She can't really see. It's literally just her feeling the aether around her and going, yes. I take it that they have a talented mage in their ranks, or perhaps an artificer trained in modification of glamour prisms? She sniffed it out, yeah. Her cat, a little cat nose. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you this, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came into the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way. And, don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. Excuse me. I misread Tataru is Totoro. Final Fantasy where everything's the same, but Totoro is actually just our receptionist. My friendly neighbor Totoro? Yeah. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. My friendly secretary, Tataru, yeah. Not the demasking dust. What the hell? Yeah.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralga's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the Resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
We're surrounded. Mefred! It's been so long. Oh, so you really came. I thought I'd never see you here, but I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't know if those here remember it quite, but this guy we met in, A Realm Reborn. It was while we were doing, like, the little Alamigo quests. We needed to get the old guy on our side, and, Minfilia was like, why don't you help, these refugees that were seen in... God, where was it? Not Camp Tranquil. They were, like, over in the Black Shroud, and... he was one of them. He was, like, the little leader of, that group. So it's good to see him again. It's been so long. You'll forgive us for our precautions, but we couldn't be so sure as to who had crossed the Great Barrier. We see you now for who you are, though, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Now, I know that you would have not come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep. Come with me. Get us some drinks, some refreshments. Make this house a home. Impresses me when the game makes, reaches like those. Yeah! I like that they actually do end up, like, using characters that they introduced, like, far earlier. Strange, that's I think an Ishgardian flying chocobo. Could be wrong, though. Make this home a house, yeah, yeah.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolga it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
I might need... I have all these classes. Oh, Paladins to 60 though. I shall use that. The schoolyard huddle, yeah. They held together, arms around each other, like, okay, gang, what do we think? Yeah. Alright, Alphino, what do you have got to say? So, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around Ralgar's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance capabilities. Free to poke our noses wherever so we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you'd like. Great, let's get started. Yeah. She really is. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the Spine here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen, well, Beastwoman, I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Anata. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We are no different from them than, from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending their free time crafting. Anata make the most amazing jewelry. By the way, they use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes that you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyways. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Algar, shall we? Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign, and lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky, and led the way into the mountains of Abania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep, for no soul doth lie beyond the measurement of his reach. That last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Ralgar. Ida explained to me, a day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything that we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry, that was a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Girls recounting the horrors, and she's like, well, anyways. By the way, when she was talking about the Anata, I don't think that it showed you, showed us who she was talking about, but it was these people. I was about to say, I'm not sure if that is something to just shrug off. LOL, yeah. This is the infirmary. As you can probably tell, here is where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. They are pretty, yeah. We haven't done any of them yet, but the Beast Tribes have, like, quest lines that you can go through, and they're, like, little stories, and you help build up their communities and stuff, and the Inada one's pretty nice. I liked it a lot. It's about a, a daughter trying to resist her mom a little bit and stuff. Okay. When you've seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the Fist of Algar was still here. May look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. One moment. Please, go... to voicemail? There we go. I'm like, Walgreens, please. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the soldiers, Suitlers are next. Don't forget to attune to the Aetheryte before we go. I suppose it is a little bit older looking. Not super crazy, though. A gamer's two greatest distraction, cats and Walgreens. On very rare occasion, the second. Okay. Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks have got it. The Resistance would be in a bad way without the brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alpha and Alze are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Do we want any of these for glam? They're very big. These aren't too bad, but I'll take the material. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out what they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, but I admire their courage. But their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. I should say altruistic. Here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent somebody to fetch your stolen Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me. One moment. There's one aetherite shard that I didn't touch.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monargo and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Right then, Monago and Mefrid are to be your keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as another. Make your choice, Midas. We've got these cool masks, or is it a cowboy hat? It's a cowboy hat. You know, I'll take the cowboy hat. Anything else we can do for you? Come do the Macarena with us. Yeah. If only. Alright, gamers. We going with Mefrit or are we going with Miyago first? I believe we have to do either of them. Oh, let me see. One moment. I want to try a pull function. Alright. The polls should be up. So answer to your heart's content. It'll be up for a minute. While I do that, I shall stretch. Oh god, there's another player. Awkward. We've been graced with the visitation of Onyx. Hello. Hello, my little old man. Little old baby man. You're just busy making biscuits, huh? Yeah, your baby. He decided that he wants to socialize. Are you gonna curl up by me? Are you gonna curl up in my lap? Is that what you want? Let me get in a better position. Here. One moment. One moment, gang. Gotta let him sort himself out. Baby hours, yeah. I saw you embracing your inner cat and, standing on the table, yeah. You really did. Okay. Minyago won, I believe? Lady was chosen. He curled up in my lap and now he just has his face like shoved into the crook of my elbow. Okay. Yeah, go. Kyrie's just crying. Sobbing everywhere. Did you come over here because you knew Mom was watching? Just could feel it. Okay. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. I miss him. He misses you too. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It is all well and good for me to me claiming my duties here. Couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. Ah, and thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we've discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I should join you in this. General Alden commands the forces of the Castran Oriens. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, that is just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Okay. What did you have? Sightseeing log. Got everything you need? Good, then let us be off. Triggering all of the mods. Please. Paid me no mind. Quiet, hear that? That was a ceruleum engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods. Have you, natural senses? I don't hear a thing. Also, Mako, I believe Makotes canonly have more keen ears. I am but a little meow meow on a bike, literally. When you grow up in the hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds of what could mean life and death. Be they predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol, augmented with a single match tech armor. Wide search pattern, divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. Oh. You got up so suddenly. Are you okay, buddy? Just no longer comfortable? He says it's actually time for me to, Damn, I don't have enough to fight someone who will just mad. I mean, I would suggest maybe waiting till after they add to Moogle me. Perhaps. 3 teams, 3 of us, nothing for it, then where are they? Head north and you should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Midas best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No. Then good luck. I should have gone on my bike. Sounded like I just got hit with a pipe. What the hell? You know what? Oh, okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. Get out of here. Felt. Just typed cardboard as cardbard. Did you go home? Yeah. Your bard cat girl is, trying to lure you in. No work, just music. It looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here, conscripts from the other provinces, with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. I'm not really vibing with any of these specifically. Right, I believe we've rested well long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices they're missing patrol. That is not the way. Get over here. No. Look at me. Here we go, okay. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Castrium Oriens were under the command of Flame General Araban Eldin, did you not? By Ralgar, the Bull of Alamigo himself. Never dreamed I'd have such a chance to meet the legend. Boo. Dumbass. B. Leave me alone. It's one thing I don't particularly enjoy about this forest. Everything wants to kill me. I just want to get on my little bike and I want to go.
It is good to see you again, my friends.
It's voiced,
I
thank
hope
God.
you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
I forgot that Pippin was here.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
I do believe that's true.
Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
He's like, I've been waiting for this, actually. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Valdonia, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development factories near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that the armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all, more Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to the war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folks standing up, and fight if they knew that they weren't alone, and, you were going to have to do it eventually anyways. Exactly, so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols and bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed. And well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree that his assessment and fully support his plan. Shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance. Yes, I somehow doubt that you would be intending to sit this one out. I'll take the aiming jacket. Okay, best served with cold steel. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that is all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure that they will send out their new toys to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from what it looks like, it sees that that is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. For Pippin's plan, we would need to turn East End into Imperial Graveyard. You're a depth-head at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Yeah, the wool doesn't ever sit anything out. Head to the spot on your map right here. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, and then rendezvous with the rest of us at the location. Go well. Oh, there's a blue mark. What do you have? Oh, an Aether current. I'll take that. Just the man I wanted to see. You've misplaced a number of Garlean drones taken from Belstar's wall, and by misplace I mean the damn thing sprang to life and stormed out the base. They need to be dealt with before any civilians come to harm. Being familiar with Magitech as you are, I can think of no one better to assist us. Would you be willing to help and speak to Lieutenant Nufia? She's overseeing the initiative to terminate the drones. Sergeant Magus, your assistance is is greatly appreciated. The drones were not in our position for very long, but a cursory inspection showed that they are made with a heretofore unknown metal alloy. They are all but impervious to traditional firearms, which is why we've commissioned Garland's Ironworks to fashion a weapon capable of penetrating the armor. It has since been fitted to a suit of Magitech armor, which I would ask you to go and pilot. If I'm not mistaken, this would not be the first time that you've piloted one of these suits. It should take you no time then to familiarize yourself with the controls. Now the drones were last sighted due east here, into the north along the Valdonia River. I fear recapturing them is out of the question, so do whatever you deem necessary to stop them. Okay. Oh, they're making me go far. Oh, there it is. Titus, can you chillax? Alright, now we're making our way to the quest. One moment. What is going on over there? Not like the He was doing a little bit of the misbehaving, yes. So he had, like, one of those, like, gravity, like, water dishes. So there's, like, the big reservoir, and then, like, a spout, and then, like, the dish at the bottom where they drink the water. There's, like, clips on the side that keep the, like, reservoir on top, and he loves to, like, just pull at that to make a loud noise. But it's so bad. Sometimes he, like, knocks water all over the place because of it. I have to be like, no, do something else, please. He is so baby. He does not understand the world yet, somehow. Or he does, he just likes to be a menace. It's probably the latter. Rude. Oh, okay. All went to plan then? Good. Our scouts report that the unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castellum Valdonia. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for guests to arrive. Proceed.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once! Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
Funny how every antagonist in this game has a cartoon villain voice. Yeah. They're a little heavy-handed sometimes. It's usually the, like, lesser antagonists.
Get after them, damn you! sloppy.
Essentially. This guy is sloppy. I don't know if I meant to, like, kill those guys to the side. Work on the prototype. Sloppy.
Now I've gotcha.
He's up to something, maybe.
You'll be weeping blood.
Trying to, like, stretch this out. What are we doing here? Oh.
Tizona! As a raging bull!
Oh yeah. Oh no, not by Alisei. I'm so sorry, Alisei. Okay, can I heal you? I did like nothing to you, girl. Sorry. Can I cover? He who fights and runs. What the? Who in the hells are you lot? Para amigo, let none escape. I'm trying my best, Raban. I'm trying to disable it before it explodes. I love how, like, Alice was trained to be a red mage, but for some reason she holds her sword like a paladin. What's going on there?
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Sure. Next time we meet, they'll be the last, he says. I bet you we meet him more than once. I think.
Aye! Run and tell your viceroy!
If I remember right.
The day belongs to Alamigo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Maybe. But she was like an arcanist before, like, Alphino was. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went out west, as I recall. Credit where credit's due, Master Kep. 'Twas Marshal Tarupin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistant and Alliance Light, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt that our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General, until the next battle. Miyako, I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Midas, Mistress Levior, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously, though, it was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. I think I'll just take the materia. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. I'm gonna turn in this, Aether Current quest. Thank you, buddy. Adjoining area. Let's just teleport back. Okay, yeah, go. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but it's a symbolic value that cannot be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemeld's newest weapons and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory, the beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for a cause. Ha! To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that, despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. That is why I intend to go from village to village to spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners, just you wait and see. Midas Alice, I cannot thank you enough for the assistance. Okay, now we're doing Mefrids. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you. I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Cormelt. That's the name of the place. Suffice to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galeon was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit, and I told the men to live out their lives as the way they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Abania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it has been fulfilling. Today, however, we will be heading east to the peaks. Conrad thinks that we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagania. Alagana? If you're be heading there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right, you're from Alagania, right? Aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me in the tunnel by the peaks. Okay, I am going to be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom while ads are going. I'm back. I see somebody could not resist, fireballs. Not naming names, but... Thank you. Sorry that took like a extra second longer than I expected. I forgot that I had laundry in the wash. So I had to throw that in the dryer quick. So if you hear vague dryer noises in the distance, that's why. Mayhaps a few fireballs in a tree. Okay, fair. Okay. It's 7 o'clock. I am hoping that we can get through... we can get through Mifred's part. And then I'm kind of hoping we'll hit a specific story beat. But I don't know. I don't know if we will before I have to hop off for the night. Walk past him. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission from Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade, if you would. Aye, sir. Should take no more than a moment. There are more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully.
I remember the peaks of Abania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
We have a glamour in place here too. As you may have noticed, so far, all the Imperials, so far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember, though, once we leave these ruins, we have no glamours to conceal us. The village to the east, keep watch for patrols as we move. Nary Imperial in sight, that is a mercy. Alagana's due east, past the bridge. Follow me, it is not much further. Oh, this is a new area. Okay, we are going steadily towards another ether current. You can rest easy, we made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I've always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. This has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Ah, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it is a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of people taken by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youth as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew I wouldn't be as simple as giving them a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground. No, you might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more, circumspect about that. You'll never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope that there's still some brave men and women here, willing to fight. I ran off without talking to him again. I just went, oh my god, the gate's open, let's go. Okay. Reganfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Don't know you, traveler. You merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Oh, I've been moogled. Tyree finally had the money. Greetings and well met, Elder. My serious apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. You are kitty points broke. It's okay. You'll gain more as time progresses. Ideally, anyways. Ah, you are comrades of Meffred. I see, I see. Speak on, though. I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is this true? He lit a fire in the hearts and then dangled the dream before their tired eyes, and now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we have no part in his schemes. We have made an arrangement with the Alliance. This time, it will be different. This time? Cold comfort to the dead, and the ones they left behind. How much more do we have to give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, and even our god, and they demand a fifth of what little we have got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate is not enough, Mefred. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now, leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half of our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you need to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too. My home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Curtis's girls. Lise Hext, and I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ralgard, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. And I never thought you would come. I almost didn't. And my sister never will. Lots of us won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Damn. Let's go. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Rangford might help us recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't gonna happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Okay. Got two diverging quests, but we can do these ones together. I just didn't do the other two at the same time because they were two different areas. Best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck? Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk from the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor right out, hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps with it, though. I need to grind a chapuli horn and a hornbill tail and, for the blend. You'll go and get some for me? Just like that? You needn't trouble yourself, so. Inquiry Coral, you have a cool name. A new face and an Alagana? Huh? What would you ask of me, then? A stranger and a journalist's soul besides? Bollocks. There's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I'd expect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Eand. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Right then, Frightened Coral is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Okay. Hello. Please give us the leftovers. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send somebody in his stead, but so be it. Selling the stacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mind, so be careful when you pick them up. I'm just making so many mobs mad. Kupo. Supposedly to the southeast. Oh, I know which one. Main story would have taken me here eventually, but... maybe. Where is it? Oh. Sound of that thing dying was so sad. He just went and then fucking collapsed. I'll go over here. Another faster way would have just been to teleport back, but, you know. Titus? Leave him alone. One moment. Titus is being a menace today. I even played with him a little bit earlier. Until he gave up. Been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagana? Here's your stuff. Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country is hard on people. But it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known that I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know? Whereas a live one... You're the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and I'd gone out to the forest, spear in hand to gather herbs. And then I had a good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, and so they said, not that it'd have made a difference if I fought back. I knew what a lot of them were about the moment that the Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. And by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, many others, I imagine. Help them too, if you'd like. They'd be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Okay. Ah, the new face. Have you my leftovers? Yeah, you're unconscionably like, heavy sacks? Yeah. Huh, well, LB, you actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious. What all this is for. The rocks by the lakes have got a good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman at the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side. To bundle up and sell for the sutlers and trade with the resistance. It's a living, and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive, even. Though, if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if he were caught fighting for the resistance, so this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most of the folks ain't much different. Everyone's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know is all. That we know why you're here. And that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Okay. There you are, Midas. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the elite, resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little, they've got left. How's Lise getting on, by the way? You think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were, being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living his high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate soul? Trying to whip us into a frenzy, so we go to storm the castrum with our pickaxes and shovels. Leave all of you before you begin, you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it, too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But this isn't about me, or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let us go and find Meffred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know, but if anything, I just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too, but if I hadn't, I'd have never met Midas or the rest of you, and we might not be here today. in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone help! We need help! Don't like the sound of that one a bit. Come on. Where's Strata? The Tributum, and the Bloody Ratman, they... damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tributum is due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when, the Kirin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here was just an old temple before they came. Listen, Rakrata's my only family I've got left. If I lose him, The Ziggurat? If the Rat Man took him there, then he's as good as dead. We've gotta go after them. There's a chance that her brother is still alive. We have to try. You're right, Lise, we have to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. I'm gonna take the cowboy boots. Methinks. So, Rakrata, is being held somewhere in the at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of, Kikirin... or Chichirin? It might be Chichirin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure gonna be a lot of them. I am. Next stream, we're just gonna log on and I'm just gonna be in full cowboy getup and we're just gonna have to accept it. Yeehaw. Oh, that wasn't a path up. Awkward. Yeti, this is Midas. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Please let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat! We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Please, like... God, die. Yeah, they are really charming. These ones specifically look really spooky, but I like how fluffy they are. I was really hoping they would be one of the, like, Allied Society groups that would help. Because usually it's like these areas will have, like, one group of that, like, Peace Tribe race. Who's like, I hate people, and then there's, like, a much smaller group that's like, we just want peace, please. I was hoping that we would be chilling with these guys, but... they pop back up in another expansion. They remind me of, in Final Fantasy IX, God, what's her name? She's in the red and she, like, uses the lance. She's, like, one of my favorite characters, and I'm blanking. She has the hat. Freya, yeah! They like Freya. By Ralgar, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. It's okay, buddy. We've got you. Oh, you found him. Oh, what? You came here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's gonna be alright. My sister? Oh, Ralgar be praised, she's safe. And you lot fought your way here just for me? To think that there's still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kirin return in force. Do you still have the Tributum? Oh god, it's the Tributum. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. Wait, right now, in your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Oh, at least there's something to say here. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Midas, Mefford, I think we should go after Rikrada. Wait, you said we better not be thinking of stopping him. You had better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said, if they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. Excuse me. I'm busy. Busy with a capital B. Listen, Midas Meffrit, I think we should go... I know that, I do, and I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. Literally walking in the middle of a conversation. Yeah. Alright. Just gotta give me a moment. Okay. Please. I care not for this. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Upon closer okay. Outside of the circle. Oh, the circle's just gone much smaller. I see, I see. Chocobo feather. This seems, promising. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Any luck? Chocobo feather is it? Aye, by my reckoning, it came from Requeta's bird, in which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Any minute now, I expect that he'll come thundering around the bend, and hear that? Get to cover quickly now.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Hello, hello! Welcome in. I hope your day's been going well, Unji. I'd heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen, doing the bidding of the Viceroy, but they made their choice, and when it comes down to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Just woke up from a nap. Oh, good. You fueled yourself for a good long night. Or at the very least, a few hours. Hopefully it was a good nap. Excuse me. Okay. Rekrada's alive and the trivium's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. We'd best get back to Alagana and tell Ringridfrid his man got the job done. Do I have... No, okay. Let's just teleport. Ah! I got too close. Harry says, I hope that your nap was nice. I could use one of those, which I believe feels like one of those days. Okay. Okay. It was like, did he hit cap yet? No, he didn't. We're good. I don't need to start purchasing expensive onions. Okay, what was I doing? Oh. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Rikrada told me everything, how you fought with the Kirin and saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when he met the Skulls, how they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Meffred's a warrior, as is your comrade, and you're strong, like your father. That much is plain. But I think Ralgar you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Grada and his sister would have been branded insurgents, and if not, the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more that can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as that you get to see another day? That's right, you grit your teeth and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours meant well. I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness, that we've nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she is set on walking the same path, but I pray that she won't follow it to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans terrorizing their own? I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm the castrum with their pickaxes and shovels or wherever it was, but nor did I expect Wersetta just to lie there in the dirt while he kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I love my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here like all the others. I didn't even think to go after Rikretta, but you did. Made me feel like a bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the Resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know that have been thinking about it for a while now, too. There's not many of us, and we're not as hardened warriors like you lot, but... if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's enough for me. You and yours will be more than welcome at Ralgar's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send you word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to Reach. I feel so bad for, like, Lise. I cannot imagine how it would feel in this specific situation. Should really set the reach as, my, home point for now. Home point. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Although nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that, moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been going through for the past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I heard about the skulls but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say that they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself, if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but when, not if, that day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours. Especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Midas Lise, it's been a pleasure. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service. Excuse me? I see operations have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There's several amongst the Scion's ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Arvinald Letianus, a half-bleed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo, for an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray that you grant me this honor. Oh my gosh. I cry. You are a true-born son of Abania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With their swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe that we can soon be in position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received a sufficient briefing, I will propose to General Aldine, that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Valdonia. Then in the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. Meanwhile, in the royal palace... It's just like when we saw Rufus leaving his airship. Yeah.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near-total casualties.
Near-total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have
He
no
is.
need of
He is
cowards.
surfing. Unfortunately, his face card does not decline.
My lord,
This guy not realizing he meant him for a moment.
Cowards. Who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes.
Unfortunately, he is also
Why?
insane.
When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
So sorry, ad break is starting soon. I cannot stop it, all the snoozes have been used.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Oh my god. It's just in time. Okay. This is my time to wrap things up, because I have to go get ready for work. Sorry, moving my mic a little bit. Let us see who we can raid out to. Hello? I have to restart my Twitch panel, my stream manager, whatever the hell. Oh. What the hell? Oh. Okay, there we go. Now we're filtering. Ooh, okay. Alright, we are going to raid out to Callistra. She just recently started streaming. She is crafting. Not in the mines, but with her hands. So, we will go to her. Before that, though, I just want to say, the charity, like, streams and stuff are going to start on the 5th for the group that I'm, a part of, sort of, that the benefits are going towards the Transgender Law Center. So, look forward to a little bit more information about that soon. I'm going to try and post on my socials as well as my Discord. about details there. And it'll be, the charity stuff will be running for actually a couple of months, so, kind of business as usual, just with some, like, goal posts that we want to try and hit, so, yeah. I hope everybody had a good rest of your day. Let me start the raid. Handscraft, yeah. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye. Talk to you later, yeah.